Alrighty, welcome gentle gamers to the MTG Greybeard. I am trotting out my Jhoira Weatherlight Captain deck. Now, is this a hand I want to keep? I'll take the free mulligan. This has one of my kill cards in the opening hand. Oh, and I love that I drew an arcane signet. So Jhoira Weatherlight Captain. She likes it when I cast historic spells. Helps me draw a card. So my deck is full of artifacts that produce mana. Do I want to unsummon a land? I do. That'll slow you down. So this Glint Nest Crane is going to help me get to some of my cooler artifacts. I'll put the command tower down for better fixing. And do I want to do the signet now, or do I want to do the crane now? And leave a comment if you've got an opinion about which would have been the better play there. Get a body on the board for blocking. Look for whatever artifacts might be coming, or do I definitely want to play the arcane signet to ramp? Now this Mox unfortunately won't be of any use until I get Jhoira on the board, but the cool thing is, now that I've got her on the board, I can cast that for free and draw a card. I'll be able to oh, easy scoop. What I'd love to do is to get one of those Jhoira games on film where you're just buzzing through the deck, whirring with her ability, and you get just like, 40 cards played in one turn. It's wild. But it's rare to have an opponent stick around while you're taking 5-minute turns. Alrighty, is this a deck starting hand I want to keep? Sure. Got a little bit of removal in it. Can search for the Foundry Inspector, which is mana value 3. That's what I usually do. Oh, we're going up against a Dragon Noble, Corvold, Fey Cursed King. Well, I would prefer to be getting more islands. Trophy Mage could grab any mana rock too. I wonder if it's better to get the Foundry Inspector and make my artifacts cheaper, or to grab a mana rock. Leave your opinion in the comment about what might be the better play. Or do I want the Palladium Mirror? Yeah, I want that quick ramp. Cool thing about Jhoira's Familiar is it makes both artifacts and legends cheaper to cast. I had one win with this game using the alternate win con of the Antiquities War, where all my little creatures. Oh, that's a nice. All my little artifacts turn to creatures, I meant to say. So do I want to do Demon Bolt? Oh, it's too bad I couldn't kill Corvold sooner. Do I want to just do Demon Bolt on Jadar? And I can still get Jhoira to come out. So a Saga is also a historic card. I like the way the Antiquities War lets me dig for artifacts. Oof. Yeah, the Sepulchre Ghoul. Good sack outlet there. Jhoira's a lot harder to get going in this format, because in Historic Brawl you only have the 25 life. Not sure if the Rust Monster is really a good one for this deck. It's kind of an alternative win con, where, you know, I sacrifice all my artifacts to it. And I can play the mountain. Do I cast the Rust Monster? I think I want a blocker at this point. Let me know in the comments if you think it would have been a smarter play to do the Ornithopter of Paradise or the Antiquities War in that turn. I'm not going to be attacking with Jhoira. Oh, the Dryad. It sacrifices itself. I'm on a 2-turn clock here. This my Ornithopter of Paradise is a blocker, and Corvold is not flying or anything. Now, do I block with the Familiar on this turn, or do I hold up so that I can get the benefit out of it? Brutal. Guess I do want to block with the Familiar on this turn. Yeah, pretty much just done, and it's time to scoop. Well, let's see what I draw. And we'll see what I draw. We'll play some fun things. Yeah, that thing's not going to help. Either Spellbomb will sure help, though. There's the res. Alright, so either Spellbomb is going to get sacrificed to bounce Butthead. Might have been better to wait until their turn to bounce Butthead, but I'm just going to do it that way. Aether Spellbomb fizzles. What a bummer. Gonna need to start gaining life, so here's my Aether Flux Reservoir. Here's my mountain. Here's my Ornithopter of Paradise. Oh good, and I've got an unsummon. Paradoxical Outcome will be fun for all my cheapo artifacts. And get the benefit from casting with the Aether Flux Reservoir, right? Get that storm going. So here's a game where Jhoira might be turning it around and coming back for a win. I've always got the threat of the Rust Monster if I can't win with the Reservoir. And the threat of the Antiquities War. This is a game I thought all was lost, and maybe it's turning around, and it's not going to turn into one of those crazy Jhoira games where I'm just endlessly cycling through the deck. I think it's going to be decided pretty quick. Cool to see all these animations. I love the historic format. I love being able to see all these old cards because, you know, I wasn't really playing in those days. I wasn't playing in the days of the noble Corvold. Alrighty. So, shall we get a storm going? I think I want the Skyclave. Cast it with the kicker, eh? So, I'll start with the Mirror Mana. And some mountains. Kicker. So now I have a lot of mana. Oh good, and the Meteor Golem will be good for next turn when I want to destroy Corvold, but I'm just going to go ahead and unsummon him now. Oh, and I've also got Brawl's expertise. Now, why don't I do the Trophy Mage? Because then when I get the Foundry Inspector, that really helps with Jhoira's whiz-bang method. I call it the whirring of Jhoira's wheels. There's another mana rock. Oh, cool to have the Chromatic Lantern. I guess this turn I'll attack with the Rust Monster. No, cancel that. Next to attackers. I'll just attack with the Rust Monster. See what happens. You'll take some first strike damage to the face. Oh, little do they know I'm holding Meteor Golem and Brawl's expertise. Oh, they're destroying what? The Antiquities War. Yeah, I was about to attack for lethal with that. Oh, we're exiling Jhoira's Familiar. And their guy's getting more expensive to cast by the day. So what do I cast first? Foundry Inspector comes out first. Oh, and the good old Mystic Forge. This allows me to cast cards off of the top of my library, which when it's a free artifact, you know, that can really get Jhoira whirring. And we got the scoop. Good game. Well, that's an example of a successful Jhoira Weatherlight Captain game. Thanks for staying up late with me, gentle gamers. And I've got to get to bed and maybe grade a few papers on the way to bed, so I'm going to call it a night with Jhoira. Glad I could show you a win and a loss. And as always, I invite any comments about what you think I could have done strategy-wise.